Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another video. This video is kind of special. I've been working hard on refurbishing what I have of my vintage Masters of the Universe Eternia playset. It's actually directly behind me in my display now. You can't see it, but let's check it out. I hope you enjoy. So welcome into my channel. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe for more great toy videos, 80s, 90s, nostalgic videos, and things of that nature. Got the playset refurbished as well as I can so far. I'm missing a lot of pieces, so now I have basically have taken a proper inventory, you could say. Got everything cleaned up that I can. I won this Eternia playset on high bid auctions. I'm calling it a barn find because it was definitely in some storage at some point and got a little, like, there's some bugs in it and stuff like that. It had to be cleaned out. But I think I ended up having a successful deal. We'll put it that way. So I'm happy with what I got. It's a great start to the playset, and definitely got a long ways to go. But that's part of the fun of the collecting journey. So I've still got a lot of vintage stuff to collect. I've got to complete the Eternia playset. I'm missing a few vehicles, and I'm missing some accessories for the figures. I do have all the figures, at least the US retail release figures for vintage Masters of the Universe, and I've got a few of the special ones like Dark Grizzlor and stuff like that, but not everything. So my collecting journey for vintage Masters of the Universe continues, and I'm actually thankful for that. You know, every time I get another piece, it's really exciting. So anyways, let's get into it. All right, here we go, phase one. So I set up my platform. So I'll have some stuff like my big Darth Vaders and stuff probably blocking the area right there to where you can't see behind there. But I found this board in my backyard that had this textured surface on it. I thought it was really cool, so I cut it to match this area. It's about a 3 foot by 3 foot area. So you see, here's the Eternia playset. If I wanted to have it connected properly, I can do that, but I probably couldn't do the monorail, right? I'm thinking. Yeah. So there we go, phase one. Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna clean all these pieces up, and I got the box of all the pieces that I have. I don't have anywhere near a complete set of Eternia, but we're gonna get started on at least get it as presentable as I can and cleaned up and make it a display piece. It's gonna be cool. All right, I guess the first thing I'm gonna work on is the top piece of the tower, the main tower. That's pretty dirty there, but there's all these decals here on this platform. But the platform has a screw securing it there. It's really dirty on the bottom. So I can at least wash this front-facing piece with some Dawn dish soap or something. But this platform, I'm going to have to basically carefully clean it as best as I can by hand. I can clean the bottom part probably if I'm really careful and make sure nothing comes over to the other side. But I'll remove that screw and I'll wash this guy, and then that'll be the first thing I do. And I'll get into these, and actually a lot of this stuff here I'll be able to wash because they're just individual pieces of plastic, so I'll wash all those too. I'll show you the results of that. Alright, cleaned up the very top platform. It's hard because of the decal, so I kind of went in between there as best as I could with a baby wipe. It's not perfect, but it'll do. The bottom was really filthy, so I got that cleaned out successfully. And it's secured in place by a screw. The screw is kind of rusty, but at least the face still has some shine to it. Soak that in alcohol for a little bit. So one other part done. So there we go, screws back in place. Got that looking a lot better than it was for the very top of the tower. This has been washed, yeah, this part too. So all right, I got the two towers cleaned up, washed off. They're not too hard. No decals, fortunately. There's the top of the Snake Mountain Tower, and the little cuff that goes there too. all that's going to be drying. So then I've still got, I got to work on this main base of the tower that has some stuff. Obviously I can't wash that, but this is able to be disassembled, so there might be parts of it. I got to be very careful though. And then the base, of course, and then I've cleaned up pretty much everything else. I have all the other parts back here. I need to clean this thing though. This the chair. So I'll work on that. So we're getting there. I'd say we're past the halfway point, but got to be careful with this remaining stuff and then get it assembled. We'll see what it's like. Oh yeah, by the way, on a piece like this, the chair piece, I mean the top part doesn't look too hard, but yeah, see, I got to deal with this bottom part too. Really dirty and dingy, and you know there's decals on the other side, so I can't wash this piece. So all right, gonna have to take baby wipes and just slowly wipe each little crack and crevice in here. All right, I think I got it pretty good, about as good as I can get it. There we go. Got all that cleaned up off the bottom. Then I'm looking at this piece. I'm thinking this doesn't belong. This doesn't look like that was for a Masters of the Universe figure. I didn't even realize that. I gotta check this piece out, see what it is. Guess I should go after this base next. Oh look, I got a Modi. If I can properly disassemble this, it's kind of scary to try and disassemble this, but I guess I could. There's really no decals on this base except for that little spider one right there, so I could be careful and not get that one. But on this mechanism there's one decal. It's pretty poor shape, but it is there, and I probably wouldn't want to get this mechanism wet just to be safe. Mechanism is working. Kind of feel like maybe it's worth it to disassemble that mechanism out of there and wash the base carefully. All this is very challenging though. We'll see. Oh, this is the challenge. So this is the bottom of the base. So there's two screws that hold the arm mechanism from the bottom. I got one out. This post that secures it is nice. This is actually broken. See? So I actually need to re-glue that, but I'm having a hard time figuring out how to remove this arm assembly. I think I can't risk it, because there's this thing that's inside. This is a permanent, this base is one solid piece, so there's no opening anything up or anything like that. So on the top, you see, I can't pull these arms out because the arms are there, and I can't figure out how to move the arms in a position to where I can let this thing come out. You see, if I try to pull it down, obviously the arms block from going down, and then this is still in its position as well. The only thing I can think of is that there's these back pieces right here, that those were popped on after it was inserted, and like once it's in there, that's it. I think I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to look and see if there's any details online on how this is disassembled. I decided that it's not worth it. I got it laid down on a piece of rug to where I can work on it. So I've got the broken piece that goes right here out. I'm gonna re-glue that and let that set, and then work on this part over here. And then I'm gonna have to just carefully clean this while it's sitting down like this, I guess, because I don't want to try to extract this thing, this mechanism. I think it's better to not take the risk and just do more tedious work on cleaning this thing. Unfortunately, it is kind of grimy. It looks like there was some, it's just dust. It should clean pretty easy. So we'll do that. I'll glue this and see how it goes. Looks like this base piece will come off. Wonder how those eyes are on there. I was thinking I can wash that. I think there's just 3 screws holding it. I'll take it off and see, and that'll help me be able to clean the main base. But the I might be able to yeah, I'll be able to more easily wipe it down, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll take it off. Alright, got that off. That's an easy one. 3 screws are in nice shape. Then we got this platform that has the jaw mechanism in it. Yeah, it's secured by 1 screw in the front. Oh yeah, now I had to remove that to be able to pull this base out because it's really dirty on the underside. And I'm looking at these decals. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do those look like Masters of the Universe decals? I'm starting to question those decals. They might be, but they just look kind of off. I don't know. I'll have to double check that. So yeah, I'll get this base out too. I'm definitely afraid to disturb this, so got to be real careful. We'll see how it goes. Okay, got that one out, and of course this is one I'm gonna have to hand wipe down because of all the decals. And that jaw, I am not messing with that thing. I'm gonna have to clean this thing like it is, like this, because I am not gonna risk popping that thing out. So, all right, let's clean all these items up. Oh, and by the way, I put some glue there. I've got that setting, so that's just drying, and I wiped this thing down pretty decently. But I realized, you know, nobody's gonna see this underside anyways. So, anyways, I cleaned it up good enough, and hopefully that sets to where at least just a screw can sit in there. I'm still gonna be careful, obviously, but hopefully that'll be good enough. All right, cool. That cleaned up pretty nicely. I still got to check on those decals. Got everything cleaned up, jaw and everything. And this thing, yeah, these eyes just pop in, so I just gave it a rinse basically real quick. So there we go. Now let me get this platform. All right, I think I got this platform a lot better. Not gonna be perfect because you just can't with the decals unless you want to remove the decals and put replacement decals, but got that cleaned up. You can see the part number now. So cool. Now all we got left is let that dry and clean the top side of the base very carefully. And then I think actually after that, once that happens, it'll be assembly time to see how much we can assemble of this thing. Alright, I got everything cleaned up now. Now I still got that screw peg on the bottom still drying. So I'm gonna let that sit for, you know, it had said I could tell, so that gave me the confidence to move this over, flip it over, and I cleaned everything on the top here. But I'm gonna let that set for several hours, and then that's why this is still slightly loose, because the other side isn't screwed in to keep that where it needs to be. Well, basically once that glue dries, then I'm going to start the reassembly, because I've basically cleaned everything I have now, so that'll be interesting. So stay tuned. All right, it's been several hours. I've got everything clean. Everything's cleaned. Everything's looking good as it can now. Unfortunately, there's quite a few decals. I just realized these decals I was wondering about, but you know, these I believe these pillar things are gonna block those decals for the most part anyways. I got pretty much everything ready to reassemble now. So it's been several hours, so that peg at the bottom hopefully the glue is dry, and yeah, I cleaned all this out really good. The moat area, it's looking nice now. So now it's reassembly time, and I'm actually filming this on Christmas, December 25th. I was just looking around on eBay, and I decided to go ahead and buy a weapons rack to go with the set. One of the pieces I'm missing, it was 35 bucks, and it looks like the decals on it look really nice and clean. So, you know, that's how it's going to have to be. Get a piece at a time for this thing of the ones I'm missing. Oh, but now basically we'll do an assessment of the parts that I do have and do an assembly. Oh, and I got these at Walmart. Just a quick thing, I got these at Walmart the other day. They were on clearance for $7 a piece. The Lantern Alien Collection Xenomorphs. This is Series 2, the glow-in-the-dark ones. So I have all of Series 1 of the Predators and Aliens. I got 2 copies of Series 2. One to open and one to put on my display. Because I usually like these ones, I like to just keep in the package. But since they were on clearance and there was 2 sets, I decided to buy them all up, and now I can open a set, because these things look pretty cool, and they'll go really nice with either any Masters of the Universe, because if you're doing 5.5 inch Masters of the Universe, they're like these big hulking alien beasts, or if you're doing 7 inch Masterverse, they still make formidable looking foes, I'm sure. So pretty cool. So stay tuned for a video on these. Alright, my glue job worked really good, so that piece is as secure. It'll get more secure whenever the tower piece is in place. So I have the complete base assembly. So on the base itself, I'm missing the gargoyle pieces, and then here's the pieces that I have, the smaller pieces kind of. I got the little ladder that you can put anywhere, but it is missing, one little peg is missing, so that's kind of disappointing. It's fine for now, but eventually I would like to get one that's not broken. Then I've got the assembly, the chain, the ball and chain, and the drawbridge assembly for the Gray Skull Tower. So that's good. And I've got the main drawbridge, which is good because I see this is an expensive piece if you don't have that one. And I've got, for the Viper Tower, I've got 2, I think I need to have 4 of these, so I'm actually missing 2 of these, so that's unfortunate. Then for the Gray Skull Tower, again, I think I've got the one with the special trick piece for the dropping of the drawbridge, and then I've got one other regular one. I think I'm missing at least 2 more of these, I think. Yeah, looking at Gray Skull Tower, you got the one in the front, 2, 3, yeah, 4. So I'm missing 2 of those, so I'll have to get 2 more of these. And then for the main tower monorail pieces, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that might be all of them, or I thought there was only 5 actually, so I guess that's all of them. So I'm missing a lot of things. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not all the parts. Of course, here's the 2 towers, and then this collar goes here. I just realized that a couple of these hooks are actually broken. I'm missing all the chains, of course, and then the Viper itself goes in there. So that's just like that. So at least I got that. So that my towers are looking okay. The monorail track, I'm not even going to be trying to assemble it. That's not how I'm going to display it. First off, I don't have any of the cars or anything too, so I'm not even getting into that. But I have 12 pieces of track here, so, and they're all pretty much, I mean, some of them seem unbroken, but most of them are broken. So I think that's the norm, though. Then I have, of course, the chair platform, and it looks to be actually pretty good. It cleaned up pretty nicely. And then I have, this is the one piece I've found besides getting this set. This is the one piece I found in my other lots. This is the top turret gun that goes on the very top, just the base for it. That actually came in a lot of some Motu stuff that I got before. So, hey, you know, I'll take it. And over here we got, yeah, the tower assembly, the face, the jaws working great, and then the top part. I already reattached this base there, and it's cleaned up. And then, yeah, in the back, we got at least that. Ooh, I missed a spot inside the jaw there. Need to clean up real quick. Yeah, but I was studying what the parts are, and there was always this part. There was this part called a wrench, and I didn't know what it was, but I realized it's this thing. It's the latch for the jaw. Then I have the 2 bridges at least. So that's what I'm working with. And then got that one weapons rack on the way, but that's not actually an assembly part. Other parts I'm missing, like I said, you know, some of these pieces, but some significant parts, of course, the monorail cars and the motor assembly and all that stuff. And the main elevator shaft and elevator itself. That main elevator shaft is an expensive part, I'm pretty sure. I see one on auction for eBay right now. Maybe I'll try to see if I can score a significant piece for this set. But at least we got the towers and stuff, so it can be presentable. We'll put it that way. It can be presentable, and then I can slowly collect the pieces. And of course, I'm missing all the weapons, accessories, and stuff that came with it, which is quite a lot. I think that's pretty much sums up the parts on this thing. So anyways, let's try to start assembling this thing. Okay, I got the base of the tower back in there, and that actually is no easy feat. And oh, you know what, now that I think about it, I screwed up. Well, I gotta go back in. I should have put the drawbridge down in there first. Whoops. But anyways, yeah, this hand is really hard to get through this hole. Like, you basically have to twist this tower like all the way this way and get this one in first, and then be able to, you can manipulate this one in easier. I'm noticing my latch, it works, but sometimes this hand does catch a little bit, so you know, I can't complain. It works. But okay, I gotta loosen this up and then get that drawbridge in first. I noticed in the Masters of the Universe Origins Eternia Playset, all the pictures and everything they showed us, they never showed us underneath the drawbridge whether Modi is gonna be in there or not, because we know we're getting the figure. So are they gonna still include the mold for this monster there? They've never actually shown it yet. They've never showed it underneath there yet, I don't believe. Anybody know differently, let me know. There we go. Got that in there. Got the base tower secured now. So now I should put in the platform on the back, because I think it secures with right here with a screw before I put on the face, because those screws I think go there. So let's try that. There we go. Got that base in there. So here's the wrench. So it manipulates the jaw. And the wrench piece here has a groove to where you can lock it into place like that and keep the jaw in a closed position. Alright, now it's safe to attach the face because we got the platform in. Alright, got the face piece on, and I've only put 2 out of 3 screws in because the top part right here, this piece was missing a screw. I didn't have the screw for that, so I'm going to use one of those screws, sacrifice one of the screws, because I don't need 3 screws here. This thing sits nicely and, you know, no problem. And then use that here because I definitely want to secure that top part of the tower. So we'll get that in there. Alright, there's some really scary seams right here. There's this little tab that interlocks. You kind of like gotta press it in there, but looks like I got it. You'll hear a little crackling of plastic. It's definitely scary, but I guess that's as good as it gets. I'll double check it and then I'll secure it with the screw. All right, that top of the tower is positioned properly, but I realized the screw hole that holds it together actually holds in the chair platform as well. So I got to put that in first and then secure it all just like that. So I'm going to put that screw in on there right now. And that should be all the tower assembly except for, oh yeah, pretty much. And there we go, it's secured. Got our chair. Something else, man. Quite a playset, I tell you what. It's more like a model. It's a work of abstract art. Okay, so I have enough of these actually to go around the. Actually, I won't be able to install them all because the fifth one goes on the elevator shaft, which I don't have. So I'll be able to install four of them, and then for some reason there was 6, so there should only be 5. So I actually have an extra one. So in theory, I guess I could sell one and make some of my money back to buy other stuff that I need, because I need 2 more of these. I need 2 more of these, and of course a lot of other stuff too. All right, got the blue monorail things installed. So one last back shot of what I have so far on this playset in the back before I flip it around and start setting it up for display, basically from, you know, the point of completion that I have it currently. And there it is from the front with the blue tabs. Looking good so far. Let's get those other towers. All right, Grayskull Tower. I'm fortunate enough to have the jail gate. Now, when we get the new Origins playset, the tower is going to have an extra jail cell with a door, or an extra escape hatch or something for the jail cell on the back of the Grayskull Tower. This one doesn't, you know, the normal one doesn't have that. Oh, in addition, you know, the Origins playset's going to actually have floors where the vintage playset just does not. So anyways, we got the gates. There's the railings inside are already there. Oops. So it just goes in like that. Pretty cool. Now this thing, okay, there's this special piece right here, which is made to hold the chain for whenever the monorail goes around. You can pin the chain up like this, and then when the monorail goes around, it'll knock the chain off and make this close. So there we go, got the 2 ones that I have installed, and that is the example of the dungeon mechanism. Pretty cool. Alright, the Viper Tower. My collar here does have a couple broken hooks, but at least I got 2 hooks, but it doesn't matter because I don't have any of the chains. Finding those vintage chains, there's 4 different chains, and I think they're actually different lengths too, because they got to go to certain points with these things attached. I'm sure that's going to be difficult, if not expensive. But anyways, for now I've only got 2 of these guys, so I'll put them on the sides that can be seen the most. Here we go. Pretty cool. So you see with the space that I have given myself here, if I wanted to attach the towers properly, I personally don't like how this thing is all the way up in the front. I want it to take up some of the back space and leave more room in the foreground here to put figures and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to unattach the towers, because I'm not setting up the monorail anyways. I'm going to unattach the towers and move the main tower back and move the other towers more along parallel with them. Alright, we'll try that out. And the only other pieces I have right now, I got the ladder. Can attach that up there somewhere. And then I had the blaster base, but I don't have the blaster, but hey, I at least have something. And I have the 2 bridges. So I'll figure out a spot where I want to how I want to put those. I think this is the Castle Grayskull bridge, so a lot of times people will put it from here to here. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to put them out somewhere here to make it look like it belongs, I guess. Oh, I can make extra platform over here, something like that. That's pretty cool. So we'll do that, and then we'll set up some stuff. All right, here's the start of what's going to be a long process. Decided to take the Origins figures that are like, you know, the duplicates, the special versions, you know, mini comic style. There's 2 Sunmans, stuff like that. And I got Battle Armor He-Man, the new one over there for Masterverse. And I threw the Green Goddess up here with the vintage He-Man and Man-at-Arms. Those are sort of special figures. The He-Man has a serial number on the bottom of his foot, and then that Man-at-Arms is a hardhead Man-at-Arms. So there we go. And that was 11 figures I removed from my Origins, so my Origins shelf here, so that actually helped me thin them out just a little bit. Not quite as crowded. I actually have some room to where we could, you know, see, there's still a little bit of crowding going on here. There's some room to fix that. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that. So now I got more space to add more figures there. That's a nice surface area. I even thought about getting even crazier and making a platform that custom fits like right here. But we'll maybe do that later on. For now, I got a lot of new surface area to work with, and my collection, I probably need to correct this. I don't need everything on the edge like that anymore. But the excitement in my collection is back again. Little things, little projects like this will reinvigorate that really fast. So yeah, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know about any tips or tricks on refurbishment or collecting, and we'll see you in the next one.